Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with your four-part crossover event continuing with DC's Legends of Tomorrow. This is episode 7, The Invasion continues. Excuse me. Now this one takes place during Legends of Tomorrow. So you basically have the team have to go back to 1950s where the Dominators first appeared. And they try to get information about why they're here and why they're trying to take over the Earth. Then they find out the real reason of why they did it. They did it because, and I just can't believe this actually happened. This is kind of weird to me, and it's also negative. But I'll get to it in a minute. They basically found out that this whole situation is happening because of meta-humans, and also because of Barry and what he did with the whole timeline, creating more metas. So the aliens, or the Dominators, think that metahumans could be a possible threat to their civilization, so they decided that they wanted to destroy all metahumans. So yeah, basically all this is Barry's fault the entire time. So thanks a lot, Barry. So while the team does that, they take Cisco and Felicity to the Wave Rider, and they go back in time and find all that stuff. Then they get kidnapped by Men in Black. It was so funny. They get kidnapped by Men in Black, and yeah, Felicity and Cisco have to save them. And then, of course, when they go back to 2016, that's when they have the big showdown, and they fight the invaders, or the Dominators. Another good episode. Obviously, this is Legends part of it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. There are moments in here I didn't like. But before I get to that, let me talk about what I liked. Obviously, seeing the entire team teaming up and kicking butt, that was very cool. Now and also in the moment, there's one moment where you see Oliver. He's kind of, in the moment you see him talk to Kara, and he tells her to stay behind so they can do what they have to do. Now to me, that's him kind of protecting her because they have to go talk to the president. That's my take on it, because obviously I think he's trying to protect her, or he doesn't really trust her. It's one of those two. I'm towards he doesn't really trust her, but he also wants to protect her at the same time, because if the government saw another alien, they probably want to take her and experiment on her, even though she's from another Earth. So, negatives about this episode has to be this whole crossover, honestly, because I don't know, I thought this whole thing of them fighting aliens was going to be cool, but they didn't really fight them in Arrow. They only fought them at the end, and they took them out like really quickly, so that was kind of a disappointment to me for this 4-part crossover. And they hardly used Supergirl. I mean, obviously she's the new show in town for the CW, because she moved from the CBS to here, and she doesn't really shine here. I mean, obviously she's Supergirl, and obviously they don't want to have her overshadow everybody else. I get that, but come on, at least give her some more stuff. Let her talk to some, the other heroes a little bit more, or ask Kara or something. But they didn't really give us anything with Supergirl, so I felt like they couldn't have done this crossover without her. But whatever, go figure. I mean, if the crossover was in her universe and had to come to her, that would have made more sense. But here, I felt like they didn't really need Supergirl, because they hardly ever used her. She barely fought the Dominators at all, and it was, I don't know, it was just weird. So, if I had to grade this entire 4-part crossover, I call it 3, but I hate to do this, I'm going to have to give it a 6.5% out of 10, because honestly, this wasn't exactly the other crossovers that Flash and Arrow having with the Legends and all that stuff. They were better than this episode, a lot better in so many different ways. But I felt this story was just kind of weak a little bit. It was just, I don't know, it wasn't great. Legends is great by itself, Flash is great by itself, even Arrow is great by itself. But together, all of them together, and Supergirl had nothing to do with this at all. So I just felt like it was just a waste with Supergirl, obviously. I mean, I'm kind of glad that we got to see her with the team, but I mean, come on. It's like having the Justice League without Superman, you know? I mean, obviously you have the entire team, but in the movie we're not going to have him that much. But if he doesn't show up in the entire thing, then what's the point of having him there? know, so I felt like it's a waste. Sorry. So yes, so I'm gonna give this a 6. This whole entire crossover 6.5% out of 10. Like I said, I liked it for what it was, but it also had its moments. I'm like, come on. I mean, we hardly got anything in Arrow. Flash started off pretty good, and I thought it was gonna be really cool to see them all fight aliens in each show, but they only fought them at the end. They didn't even fight them in the beginning. They just teamed up, and that's basically it. And whatever. Let's see what happens with the next crossover. I think Supergirl and Flash are going to team up again, but in her universe, so hopefully that turns out better. Maybe one day we'll get her with Oliver, or maybe they all come to her universe. Who knows? But hopefully it's better than this, because honestly, they kind of hyped this up too quickly, and they kind of rushed it to me. So I don't know what went wrong here, but I still enjoy the episodes for what it were, but I'm looking forward to seeing their episodes by themselves. So take that what you want. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this entire crossover. Did you like it? Did you love it? What did you not like about it? Were there things you wish they were better? Like, I wish Supergirl was in it more. She just stayed in the background a lot. So I wish it did that more. You know, I wish she interacted with everybody more. But what can you do? So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And stay tuned for more. Thank you, and have a good day.